So today we will discuss about arrays in Java. So how we can declare the array? It is very simple. For example, let me save my file first. So I'm just click on file save. Here you can just give the name of your file. This is arraydemo1.java. Now I'm writing that a class that is arraydemo1. Now I'm declaring here main method. Now how we can declare an array in Java? So it is very simple. You can write like this: integer, for example ARR. Then here you can write the size, that is integer of 10. Then it will declare the 10 value of integer type. So here array index is starting from 0. If it is an integer type, then the by default value will be 0. For example, if you want to access this, then you can write here system.out.println. If you want the length, then you can write arr.length. arr.length will return you total size of array. So here you can just save, and here you can just compile java c array demo1.java array demo1. So it will give you total length is 10. By default, if it is an integer, then the default value is 0. So if you want to access the value, then you can write here, that is system.out.println length plus I want to access arr of 0, for example. So index is starting from 0 and the first element value I want, and that will be 0. Right? So index is starting from 0 and the value that is default value, that is 0 over here. Suppose if it is a Boolean array, for example Boolean BARR array is equal to new Boolean of, for example 5. So this is the Boolean array of 5. Now if you print here, that is the total length, then this length property will return you total size of Boolean variable. So that is 5. But if you print here BARR of 0, then it will return false. It means Boolean has a default value that is false. Suppose if it is a string array, for example, I want to create an array of string. So I'm just writing here string SARR is equal to new string, and that is of, for example, 6. Then I'm just creating an array of string, and that is I am storing the 6 string over here. So whenever you say that I want the length of string and I want the first element, so in string default value is null. So whenever you run this, you will get that the string has the default value that is null. So we should note that the integer, byte and short has the default value 0, double and float has the default value 0.0, Boolean has the default value false, and string has a default value null. But what if it is a character? For example, let me write here, that is this is an array of character. So I'm just writing here char. So this is primitive data type character. CARR is equal to new character. Now I want to print the content, and that is length of CARR. For example, this is the length is total 8 character I want to store. And what is the default value of the character? So whenever you compile this and whenever you run this, you will get the default value is blank, and that is, you can say, space. So if it is a character, then the default value is blank. But if it is a class, then the default value is null, and string is a class, and that is the reason why default value is a null. So this is the way you can get the length, and you can get the first element, and you can get any element whatever you require. See here, I have 10 elements, so my range will be up to 0 to 9. So if I'm writing here ARR of 0, then I'm getting the first element, and if I'm writing ARR of 9, then I'm getting the 10th element of array. Let me give one more demo of the array so you will get the better idea. This is array demo2.java. Now what I want to do, I want to show you how many ways to declare an array. So this is the first way to declare an array. Second way to declare an array is very interesting. For example, if you write here ARR2 is equal to, then directly you can assign the value over here. For example, this is 32, 65, 76, 24, 76, 87, 98. Let me change here 75. So this is another array. Suppose if you write here system.out.println arr.length, sit here. This length is a property. So whenever you write the length, you will get the total number of element of your array. So if you write here arr2.length, here arr.length will return me 10 and arr2.length will return me 7. So here you can save this. This is my array demo 2. Here you can write Java C array demo 2 dot Java array demo 2. So you will get that the total 10 elements available in ARR1 and there are 7 elements are there in ARR2. Now suppose if you want to access the value, then you can write here that is ARR of 0 and I want ARR2 of 0. So it will return the first element from both array. So first array will return me 0, second array will return me 32. So this 0 is the default value of ARR and this 32 is the first value of ARR2. There is one more way to declare an array and that is what? Suppose if you want to declare an array, then you can write here new integer array and then you can also define the value. Right, this is the another way to declare an array. Suppose if my value is 65, 78, 89 and 77. Now I'm just saving this. Now I want the length of ARR3 also. So here you can write plus some space ARR3 of 0. So now it will give me 65 over here and here you will get the length that is 4. So you can just compile your program and you will get that the 4 is the length of ARR3 and the 65 is the value of ARR3. So there are 3 ways to declare an array. First, directly you can give the size. There is a default value that will be, if it is an integer then the default value is 0. If it is a boolean then default value is false. If it is a string then the default value is null, and if it is a float or a double then default value is 0.0. And here you can assign the value also without writing a new keyword. You can declare an array. And one more way, if you want to combine both this way, then also it is valid in Java. But there is a difference between length function and length property. This length is the property of array, but if you want to access the length of string, for example, then there is a function length is available. So this is little bit different. So let me save this program and let me demonstrate the same. So let me save this program as array demo3.java. Now I want to give you different example. For example, I have that is a string. For example, I am writing here string name is equal to, and that is Atmiya University. Name is equal to, that is Atmiya University. Now I am just printing here system.out.println and I am printing here name.length, that is the function. So this name.length is a function which returns me the total length of this Atmiya University. But if I am writing here that is I want, that is args.length, then what is args? Args is a command line variable, that is the args is my array variable. So this array variable will return me the total length that is passed at the command line. So this is the total size of array and this is total length of your string. You can just save this. You can just compile your program, that is Java C array demo3.java. Now I'm just writing here array demo3. Now I'm passing here value and that is also a Atmiya university. Now I'm passing two arguments over here. Then how many argument I have passed, that is written by length property. And what is the length of this name, that is written by this length function. So there is a difference between this length function and this length property. This length property is available in any array. For example, let me open the file, that is array demo1.java. Suppose if it is an integer array, then you will get the length of integer. Suppose if it is a boolean array, then you will get the length of boolean. Suppose if it is a string array, then you will get the length of string. And suppose if it is a character array, then you will get the length of character array. So length is the property of array which returns you total number of elements of your array. And this length is the function of string which returns me total number of characters in my particular one string.